10 things you didn't know could kill you by a talking hat.
Can't kill me. I'm a
right.
unkillable.
Contrary to belief, air hoses are extremely dangerous.
Of course.
Although they're often used for filling up car tires, blowing out dust in keyboards, and inflating huge bouncy castles.
Explosions, baby?
They also carry enough pressure to tear through skin, damage internal organs, or even be fatal if mishandled.
Don't play with air hoses or pressure washer.
Yeah.
Especially with the right nozzle on that pressure washer. Rip your...
I'll never forget as a kid, I used a car wash pressure washer. And I was washing my mom's car and my hand was right there. It went right up here and it slipped.
Ooh, woo! Hurt.
On a calm morning in May 2011, a truck driver in New Zealand was going about his daily routine.
He gonna get real.
He climbed onto the rigging between his truck's cabin trailer, a place he'd stood countless times before. But in one unlucky moment, his boot slipped, and instead of falling on steady ground, the man fell backwards straight onto his compressed air hose. The brass nozzle punctured him through his left buttock, and in an instant, high pressurized air about 100 pounds per square inch began flooding into his body. As if it were straight out of a cartoon, the man's body began to inflate in size. Air forced its way beneath his muscles and fat, separating his tissue like it was sheet.
No freaking shot. I don't think I'm ready for this video.
Shot. No.
I don't think I'm ready.
Wow.
Of paper. His chest tightened, his skin stretched, and his face ballooned into a grotesque puff.
It had to be
Co-workers
painful.
who happened to cross his path screamed in terror. They quickly rushed to his side, shocked at the mortifying sight.
And the crazy part is, he probably couldn't move.
Oh my God.
He probably was stuck, like just taking, that's crazy.
Shut off the air supply and carefully rolled him onto his side, knowing his lungs and heart were under pressure. Ice packs were pressed against his swollen neck and chest to try and ease the suffocating strain. Ambulance crews arrived as fast as they could, but when they found the man, he could barely breathe. His body literally doubled in size. It was full with so much air that every time an EMT tried to put a needle in his body to start an IV, the air would just push it right out. Doctors later compared his skin to feeling like densely packed bubble wrap just waiting to explode. But luckily for this man, he didn't explode. It took days for the air to escape his tissue, but against all odds, he survived by farting it all out of his body.
Okay.
Others, however, wouldn't be as lucky.
He survived.
There's more.
Oh my God, he survived. But
Like the time a poultry worker in Mississippi got carried away with his friend while horse playing, and for some odd reason, he decided to stick an air hose in his,
Nigga! You did it on purpose! He did it to his friend. He's evil.
The air pressure from the hose was so immense that he blew up from the inside, rupturing most of his organs in the process. Surprisingly,
I don't think we finishing this. I don't know if we finishing this. What? I don't know. Oh, it's real.
Mississippi.
He found the article. Y'all see what this? Y'all wanna know how we got here? That video, I'll ruin animals in just 8 minutes. That video that y'all seen us watch, we went to go watch another video of his about cats. And in the suggested, we found other videos that are these types of white animation joints.
To watch cartoons.
That's why we're here right now.
To watch cartoons.
Yeah.
He
air hole.
This nigga. This nigga. Look at that.
Bro, what are you doing, bro?
I'm hooping. My new merch.
Your new what, bro?
New merch. You see this? Look at this. City boys. You got it on. You don't wanna. Why the hell are you showing them?
Bro, cause that gotta be on the
for free?
Yeah.
You can at least go get some merch.
Bro,
they got this design. They got the city. Well, look at that. Look at that logo. You got this logo on the shirt, bro. You can at least, you know what? Editor, if I make this shot, you blur my feet. If I miss this shot, the raw dog stay out. Damn.
Just go buy the merch, y'all. Just go where, bro?
InternetCity.store, bro. Please.
Use code.
Bro, come on, man.
Use code defeat the dogs.
Don't use no code.
The dogs.
Ain't no code.
there are a lot of cases like this, so even though they're fun to play with, air
What? Why are people doing
hoses are dangerous. Always
Enjoys inflated.
Why are people doing this?
keep them in safe places and please don't misuse them. A broken heart. It shouldn't be, but true love often feels like one of the rarest things to find in life.
Yeah.
And once you find it, you never want it to leave you. Such wasn't the case for a man who was forced to read his wife's eulogy at her funeral after he supported her for a 4-year battle against ovarian cancer. The pair were inseparable. The man became engaged to her when he was just 21 years old,
And they were
and the
old
two
now.
would go on to be married for 4 years. That's nearly twice my age. And now, instead of making more memories with the companion of his life, he was making funeral speeches and writing thank you letters to those who came to the service. The amount of exertion something like this can have on one's heart is no joke.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's my biggest fear. You know what I'm saying? Fall in love, saying my sugar lump is she go. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already ready to go before all y'all. I want y'all niggas saying cause I can't live without my dog. But my baby?
Sorry, bro.
Oh no, please.
I'm sorry. Side note, I'm not writing no thank you note to people that came to the funeral. You came to the funeral, we spoke. You heard what I had to say on the altar. I might say thank you, and I thank y'all for coming to celebrate. I'm not writing no notes sitting there.
I can't, boy. My baby.
He was literally sitting there like, he was sitting there, oh, thank you so much. She was so good. That's crazy.
Only mere moments after the eulogy, the man was found slumped over in his house in the middle of writing thank you letters. He had literally passed away from a broken heart. Doctors said his grief was so profound that it caused him to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
And this wasn't just an isolated incident. It's a phenomenon that happens to many others as well.
Why you animating him?
I animated him hitting the thing.
Dude. With the sound effect.
You know what this made me think of?
What?
Now when I hear heart attack, I think of Snowfall, okay? Because on Snowfall, CIA operative, right? He brought his brother into the operation to help him fly the plane. You know, cartel people are crazy, so they was like, you go get our stuff because you've been missing deliveries. We keeping your brother here with us. He leaves. They are literally blowing coke in the brother's face for hours, over and over. When the dude came back, he's like, yeah, I don't know why he's not dead yet. Our stuff just that pure. He just sitting there tweaking, just blowing it. And then when they stopped blowing it in his face, they made him start another one. He never passed from none of this. So he literally, first of all, he had to go through being that gone and come off that. He had to come off that.
Right.
Then a couple days later, from all of that.
Yeah.
Great. So every time I hear heart attack.
Also, speaking of heart attack, because like when you're overweight, right? Heart attack is like a big thing. And so like I'm always like when I run or something, I'm like make sure I ain't get too high. You know what I'm saying? First of all, working out. Cause bro, it's so crazy. It could just happen.
It could just happen out of thin ass.
Called broken heart
Well, it's
syndrome,
not thin
or
ass technically,
Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. It's a temporary heart condition triggered by intense emotional or mental stress that makes the heart's main pumping chamber weaken, causing it to mimic the symptoms of a literal heart attack.
Oh, wow.
Soda cans.
So
Imagine that it's a hot summer day and you've done nothing but bask in the sun's overwhelming rays of heat all morning.
No, I'm just saying.
You're parched, so you go indoors to get yourself a nice cold can of soda.
Right.
But, to your disappointment, none of the drinks were put away in the fridge. They were left out on the table, so now they're just warm and gross. You come up with an idea. You take one of the cans of soda and throw it into the freezer in order to speed up the cooling of the beverage. To wait for it to cool down, you go and watch some YouTube and then end up falling asleep. Hours pass, and you forget that you left the soda in there. Eventually, when you wake up and stumble across your fridge again, you remember that you put a soda in its freezer. Hoping that the drink hasn't frozen solid, you quickly take it out of the freezer, crack it open, and boom. Just like that. The can explodes like a hand grenade right in front of your face. This is a real case that happened to a boy in China.
This is why I never put sodas in the freezer.
That's why I don't either.
Like people be like, oh, I'm gonna do it real quick, Because
I know I'm gonna forget. I know 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna forget it's in there.
I'll never forget the first time I heard it explode.
Oh.
I heard a can explode in the freezer. My mom asked me to put her Dr. Pepper in the freezer or in the refrigerator. And in my mind, I was like, oh, she probably mean the freezer. This is the same time I put a whole can of chili in the microwave. Right. So I learned a lot this week, bro. I put it in the freezer. It was in the freezer. My mom was like, where's my Dr. Pepper? He went in the room. I was like, it's in the refrigerator. Like, no, it's not. Go find my Dr. Pepper. I walk in there. I hear boom. I went, what is that? And it wasn't loud, but it was a boom. It was like a pop.
Yeah, it was enough. It was like a poof.
And I was like, what is that? And that bitch just looked like it. But it was frozen soda everywhere.
All over the...
Yep.
Okay,
China on August 25th, 2012. Luckily for this boy, however, medical professionals were able to save him and nurse him back to health. Frozen soda cans are extremely dangerous, and in some cases, they're even lethal. Freezing them forces the carbon dioxide in the soda to create tightly packed reservoirs inside of the can that store high amounts of energy similar to a bomb. So keep your soda in the fridge, and if you do put it in the freezer, don't forget to take it out so that you don't go boom, boom.
The thing is forgetting.
Yo.
It's forgetting it's in there. Also, one of the Impractical Joker guys had a brewery, and as a prank, they put one of the other guys' face on a can and they was selling them. They put one of his memes on the can and they was selling them. Every single one that was produced, because of something they did. If you didn't, once you put it in the refrigerator, if you let it get warm or room temperature, it exploded. No matter, every single can. That's what that made me think about. Yeah.
Did they get sued?
Probably.
Damn.
I don't know.
Gooning.
What? No!
Hi, how are you?
Not him.
Good. Have you been here before? Yeah. Sir, you need to leave.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a couple of ways that gooning can take you out. But, so that this video doesn't get demonetized,
Right.
I'll be swift on the topic. The risk of passing away from this is extremely low, especially if you're a healthy individual.
Right.
However, if you're struggling with any underlying cardiovascular diseases, it's possible that excessiveness could trigger a heart attack, arrhythmia, or a stroke. On September 18th, in 2019, a heartbroken teen suffering from depression would find himself unable to ignore how his
Why are you laughing? 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 Why are you?
When you put it on again.
Why are you laughing?
It's not the heartbreak that took him out.
Why are you
It's
laughing?
that.
That's
no,
funny.
it's
not funny.
I wasn't even laughing yet. I was just like, damn.
You was smiling.
No.
You can see.
Stop.
See, look at you. Look
Stop.
at you.
Stop.
You was
I
fucked
just
up.
look at the optics of the situation.
No.
Look at the
This-
look.
this is-
She broke off with me. She left me.
You
know
still
what?
laughing?
You know what? F this bitch. I'm gonna do it myself. I miss her so hard. That's crazy. Is that the optics of that not crazy? I feel like that's where it's going.
The optics of you laughing
Man.
at this.
last
is
Valentine's
bad.
Day went. I don't really know how, but he snuck past his parents and locked himself away in a room where he then doomed himself to destruction.
See, it's not just me. He's evil too. Why is Diddy on the screen? He's in my brain. Why is that?
Doing himself to destruction is insane. Y'all
He gooned
both fucked
56
up.
times until he had a heart attack.
He going 56 times. Aaron, come on now. After 2, I'm like, damn, I'm done. I'm sore.
That was a real shooter.
Cause after
That nigga, that's a
dude,
reloader.
after
Only 2.
no, I'm saying after in the 4 to 5 range. Cause like you go 4 rounds with your girl, it's nothing coming out. It's like
Rookie number.
cause like you get to 10.
Get that motherfucker up. I'm gonna get that
No, I'm
out,
talking
man.
about the finish.
I'm gonna get that motherfucker out, man.
56, Aaron. 56. And mind you,
That nigga had back ammo.
it take longer to finish. The longer you go, the more you do it, the longer it takes to get there.
Trying to perform, put 3 out, go crazy.
However, I'd take this case with a huge gulp of salt, because due to the bizarreness of his passing, tons of media outlets have exaggerated how he went out, often claiming that he did it 100 times and ripped his thing off his body, which is obviously just not true.
No.
Vending machines.
They can
He
follow
was
him.
infuriated. A man had just put the only dollar he had on him into the
that
vending
big.
machine, and his snack was stuck inside of the machine, floating in limbo.
Understandable.
The problem had a simple solution.
Valid crash
Just
out.
shake the stupid clanker. The man began rocking the vending machine back and
Valid
forth
crash out.
over and over again
But never stand in
until his
front of it,
snack
though.
finally fell and was free for him to take. Unfortunately, however, it wouldn't be the only thing to fall.
Oh.
The 1,200-pound vending machine would also tip over on him and crush his neck against a wall. The man would be pinned against the wall, struggling to keep the machine from fully flattening his neck.
And in these cases, bro, they're not going immediately. They're suffering through
Ooh,
it.
I need to watch cartoons after this one. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, well,
Give
we
me
got ghost videos after
the
this.
fuck no. What? You trying to
I didn't think this is, bro, this YouTube suggested gotta put us in hell.
Sadly, his efforts would prove to be fruitless. He wouldn't survive to see the next day. More people pass away from vending machines than they do shark attacks. There's about 2 to 4 casualties from vending machines each year in the US. They do shark attacks. There's about 2 to 4 casualties from vending machines each year in the US.
Okay.
So, if the machine isn't giving up your snack, you can get angry at it, you can swear at it, but don't get into a fight with it.
This is also why when you buy furniture, like shelves, like cheap shelves from Walmart, Amazon, or even dressers, there's the thing for you to nail it to the wall so that people, especially kids, don't climb on it and it fall over. There's always that thing for you to nail the top of it to the wall.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 times, you will lose. Sudden choking.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine this.
Wrong
You're
pipe.
hanging out with your friends, chilling at a party, and conversing with other people while losing track of time.
That
And then
shit
that's
be
when it
scary.
hits you. You start choking on literally nothing.
Nothing.
It's called a laryngospasm. It's a sudden, violent, and involuntary spasm of your vocal cords that is so forceful that it entirely blocks your body's airways. Mild cases of laryngospasms last just a few seconds, while more intense cases can last up to a few minutes, which is pretty horrifying when you think about it. 1 second, you're chilling on some mobile games. The next second, you're literally fighting for your life and suffocating on nothing. If this ever happens to you, don't panic or try to gasp for extra air. Remaining calm helps your muscles relax. Take small sips of water to clear any possible irritants causing the spasm and apply pressure on the soft spots behind your earlobes. It'll help your vocal cords ease up. And most importantly, seek professional help.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
might be dead by then. Help!
I'm not gonna lie. There's been times where it's not an often thing. I'm not trying to make it seem like an often thing, but I'm just saying I've experienced it before. Where
That?
I go, no, not that. Where I go to eat something or drink. No, it's really be them bottle cokes. It be them bottle fucking cokes, bro. Bottle soda. It'll be a time where I go to drink it, and for some reason it don't go, like water. Anytime I drink water, go. Juice, go. Canned soda, go. I guess it's like the air or the carbonation coming up, whatever. When I go to drink it. It's like hard. I'm like, what? Swallow! And it kind of gets stuck, like, not in here, but not in your mouth. It's kind of just, I'm like, oh, fuck that. And then I get paranoid. And now it's like, I want to drink. Damn. And then, okay, I'm good. It's got to be something with the way, like because you've got the liquid is on the bottom half, and I guess the carbonation or whatever is coming up through it's got to be that. Yeah. But that's just scary.
Restaurant signs. In January 2023, a swarm of fierce winds ripped through Elizabethtown, Kentucky. A family arrived at their favorite local Denny's to start their morning off with some warm pancakes and coffee, an entirely questionable option for breakfast. No offense.
Yeah.
However,
hey, if you eat at Denny's, you're a psycho and your taste buds suck, okay? IHOP is already mediocre as hell.
But Denny's is worse.
Denny's is the craziest selection you can have.
Bro, I remember I got some
breakfast
from Denny's, bro. It had me feeling like I was about to throw up.
Granted, I like some IHOP French toast.
It was when we first moved in here. Because that was the only thing. I remember it was late at night. It was the only thing open.
I know exactly which Denny's you talking about.
And I was like, bro, this is disgusting.
We was out of town somewhere. We was like, I ain't never had Denny's. Let's try Denny's. I think it was when we shoot music videos. Not you, but the other folks. I ain't never had Denny's. You had Denny's? They was like, nah, I ain't never had Denny's. It's gotta be good if there's so many Denny's around. That's like Arby's. It don't have to be good to be open. But we go in there. Never again, bro.
Towering above the Denny's parking lot was an 80-foot sign weighing more than a ton. To most, the sign was a glowing beacon for bacon, eggs, and pancakes.
Engineers,
but for this family, it became the last thing they'd ever see. A 72-year-old woman sat in the car with her husband and daughter when a storm outside struck. The pole groaned under the wind's pressure, then, without warning, it suddenly snapped. The massive sign came crashing down on the car, crushing the roof and trapping the family inside. Unfortunately, the 72-year-old lady didn't survive its impact, and her husband would also go on to pass away from the injuries the accident gave him. There are multiple cases where restaurant signs, gas station signs, and storefronts fall on people. So, never be discouraged to keep your distance from an unstable-looking board that's giving you an off feeling when you're entering a business.
Also, it was in our hometown, it wasn't even a big crane. It was one like the...
Oh yeah, that fell on the truck.
It's big compared to a human, but it's not like the skyscraper crane. Yeah, it's a crane where you think like, that's not really gonna tip over. That's not gonna... It fell on a car driving by. It fell on a truck.
It might just save your life. Sneezing. We all do it. You're sitting in a job interview, or in a library, or in front of your date. And then you feel it coming.
Do not try to sneeze with your eyes open. It's not supposed to work like that. Therefore, I heard you can't sneeze with your eyes open. Let me try it. You're going to end up hurting yourself, bro. Don't do that.
Tingling sensation that tickles the small hairs inside of your nose, letting you know that you're about to sneeze. The natural thing to do is to let that sneeze fly. Well, while trying to not make a mess. But oftentimes instead, we just find ourselves stifling the sneeze. Don't. My anatomy teacher in high school always told us to break the habit, and honestly, it makes sense as to why. During a sneeze, if your mouth and nose are both closed, the pressure generated in the airways can surpass more than 20 times its normal amount. And in a recent case during 2023, a man sick with hay fever held in his sneeze by instinctively pinching his nose and closing his mouth. The force that built up in his airways was so immense that it literally tore open his windpipe. It's extremely rare to pass away from this, but nonetheless, holding in a sneeze just isn't worth gambling.
Bro, I don't. You know, all hay fever is sinuses. It's really bad sinuses.
It's really bad.
It's a sinus sickness, essentially. Hay fever is
sick.
Literally when like the seasons change and their sinuses are really bad. They call it hay fever. Well, and I could be wrong, but what I heard, because there was a lady talking about it. My daughter has hay fever. The seasons change, so her sinuses are acting up. She got
So
a
they
little
just
bit of,
gave it a name that sounded crazy.
and now granted, hay fever could be something, and I could be wrong.
That shit Simba be having, basically. What? No, call it. But side note, is it just me, or like, am I the only one that like oddly likes to sneeze? Like, I hate coughing, but like if a sneeze come, I kind of like it. Why are you calling? You ever had hay fever?
No.
You ever had hay fever?
No, he did you so dirty. I was talking about how this lady said her daughter, the season changed, so her sinuses was going bad, and she was like, "Oh, my daughter has hay fever," and he was like, "Oh, like Simba be having."
Bro, come on, bro. We got a video to get back to, bro.
I'm in close proximity. I can come punch you right in the back of your shit.
We got 4 minutes.
He
left
said,
of
"No,
the
you
video.
want you pussy."
Crazy part is, she's forcing herself to believe that I said that, and she watched me not say it. She's forcing herself to believe that I said that. That's crazy. She's like fucking Mike Tyson and fucking Michael Jordan. I just needed a reason not to like her. Hang up the phone, bro.
Gambling your life. Christmas trees.
Yeah.
There's no better feeling in the world than to
I would
finish
never
setting
buy a
up.
real
There's
Christmas tree.
people who are deadly allergic to the pine needles. Boy, I saw a TikTok. A boy went under to get his present. Mom, I'm hurting. And she's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "Something stabbed my back." It's like, "Oh, it's just the pin needle."
And it was more than
Whelped up his back. It was the nastiest shit I've ever seen.
Your Christmas tree
sold it?
just in time for the
It wasn't
holiday.
a TikTok. It was Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Guess who's back again with gamer subs. What's up, Chad? You might be asking how did Conor McGregor get here? You're asking too many questions. The boys over at InternetCity have teamed up with gamer subs. If you go to gamersubs.gg/InternetCity right now, you can get 10% off. I'm talking flavors like raw meat, guacamole, gamer fart. And these two right here, we got the nuclear section and chug juice. You either go, or I'm gonna go with you. Guess who's back again!
Nothing beats a Christmas with fruitcake, eggnog, and a house fire. US fire departments respond to an average of 200 home fires caused by Christmas trees each year. And as you would presume, these fires lead to casualties. Christmas tree house fires are significantly more dangerous than normal fires in your home.
It's electrical.
This is because these fires usually occur at night or early morning when people have gone to sleep, but left all of their decorations plugged in and lit up. They're usually caused by candles that were placed too close to the tree, faulty wires, or heat caused by all of the decorative electrical elements.
Wow.
And as opposed to normal house fires that are slow and steady in their startup, Christmas fires with a dry tree can ignite and spread across a room
Is it
in
real
less
trees
than just 30
or
seconds.
fake trees too?
So, with
Real
that
trees.
being said, try not to get too carried away with
Fake
your
trees
holiday
would be
spirit this
electrical.
year.
Oh,
Doing-
I'm saying like the speed of the fire.
It's gonna be the fake one. I mean, the real one's gonna be because the tree. A lot of people don't water their Christmas tree, so they dry up. And you got a dry, dead piece of wood.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing. You see that signs can fall on you, beverages can explode in your face, and that Christmas trees can set you ablaze in your sleep. So you decide that the best course of action for you to avoid all danger is doing absolutely
That don't
nothing.
mean anything.
Somebody going through a crisis right now.
Yeah, that don't mean anything.
And then you explode into a ferocious blaze, so powerful that it leaves nothing but your feet behind.
Childish, bro.
Weirdly enough, nothing else around you is affected. Not the couch you were sitting on, not the table in front of you,
What is he,
not
a
the rug on the
mutant?
floor. Nothing. Just only specifically you. This is known as spontaneous human combustion, and there are many cases in the US about it. However, scientists nowadays discredit it fully and dub it as nothing more than a myth.
It's a fucking myth. Who
But
the fuck
imagine-
out there has exploded?
But imagine.
Who?
Well, I don't know.
Who? That's literally. That's crazy.
I rather believe it to be the wick effect, which is when a person's clothing absorbs melted body fat during a fire and causes them to burn up, but leaves their surroundings relatively unharmed.
What?
Others feel like this isn't a sufficient enough explanation to the phenomenon, though. They argue that if the fire's hot enough to consume you entirely and leave nothing but ashes behind, then it should also scorch nearby walls, furniture, and flooring. They also say for the...
Bro, that's vampires getting slain.
Because when they kill the vampires in the movie, nothing else ever burns.
It's always just the ashes.
It's always just
Sometimes
the-
it's their clothes, but you know what I'm saying?
quick effect to be true, it needs a clear spark, like a lighter or a candle. But in many of the cases, the victims aren't found with anything heat-related. Toilet time. In Chicago, in 1987, a 70-year-old woman would board a cruise ship with her family. As they explored the wonders on board and enjoyed the pleasant feeling of being on the ocean, the old lady would be greeted with another, less than pleasant feeling. So she excused herself from her family and made her way to the ship's bathroom, and there she was greeted with the solution to her bowel troubles.
Right.
The toilet.
Yeah.
She closed the door behind her, sat on the seat, and did her business in peace. Minutes later, the ship's medical personnel would rush past the family to the bathroom where their grandma was last seen. Out of concern, the family would follow. And as if it were a scene straight out of a horror movie, they would be met with the sight of their grandma. Her insides were literally sucked out of her body by the ship's vacuum toilet. She was rushed to the emergency...
Wait a minute. You know how like Bucky's in them, they toilets. You just one little suction cup away from just
A little loose booty away.
no one tight booty away from.
room once the crew's docked at a port. And even though cases like these are extraordinarily rare, toilets have been shown to cause lethal harm to civilians in other ways. Take, for instance, exploding. In 2017, a federal class action lawsuit was filed against a toilet company called American Standard after it received 300 reports of its toilets literally blowing up. And even this year, in 2025, a 20-year-old man suffered serious burn injuries after he pressed the flush button on his toilet and it responded with a loud explosive bang.
How does a toilet explode?
Boy,
What pressure?
Boy,
I mean, it's pressure, but
boy, I'll be so bad. I wake up in the hospital bed. What the fuck
with
happened?
porcelain in my damn skin. What?
He was rushed to a hospital where doctors revealed that 35% of his body was burned horribly by the explosion. But luckily, he survived. If you couldn't tell, this was a birthday special for the channel. It's my way of thanking you guys for all the support you've given me this year. In just 2 months, we grew from 10,000 subscribers to over 250,000. I'm extremely grateful. But anyways, love your neighbor, be safe, and have a happy day.
There's literally, well, there's ways to be safe, but sometimes it don't matter. It's crazy. W video, bro.